until the scandal broke and the narrative needed to be changed. And that is what this is today. Today's meeting, I don't know who reached out to you, because today's meeting was supposed to be a special meeting to go over just the health care. So I apologize. All three of us support you, but I think that's what today is. So I will not be supporting this, but I will not be supporting this. I will be voting present. Thank you.
Are we all set, Commissioners? Okay, Madam Clerk, please call the roll.
Commissioner Hung,
Yes.
Commissioner Moore,
Commissioner Lundy was second.
Commissioner Lundy,
Aye.
Commissioner Moore.
I am present.
Okay, the next item of business is number 2. I move to adjourn into executive session to discuss personnel issues, healthcare, and 911 labor issues.
Second.
Motion was made by Hung, seconded by Lundy. Madam Clerk, please call the roll.
Oh, there's a discussion period at this point. We do not need to go into executive session to discuss health care. I'm telling you that right now. We got all this information on August 13th, 5 days before last week. Okay, we went into executive session. We've had 1 hour in the last 5 weeks, 1 hour of public meetings, but 13 and a half hours of executive session. I'm sick of these private meetings. I'm participating in it and no more. Healthcare, what's the issue? You had the information 5 days before last week. You've met privately, and the gentleman's in the back row right there trying not to look at me. He's here. If you want to hear him talk, we can talk about it. It affects not only it affects 2,200 people, other municipalities, and we're having the meetings about healthcare in executive session. No, we don't need to do that. I'm telling you right now. Labor issues. There is no labor issues. What is it? 911 negotiations? You can talk to us individually. Rob Weber has been involved with Tom Williams in those meetings since then. And I saw no personnel summary sheet. There is no personnel issues that I'm aware of. I asked about it today. Where's the personnel summary sheet? I was told we're going to discuss those on September 1st and September 13th. So I feel like they're making up a reason to block the public from what's really going on. Because I wish these 13 and a half hours were in public. I really do, people. Because 1 hour of public meetings in the last 5 weeks versus 13 and a half hours of executive session, people all over the state are looking at us, and I'm sick and tired of being a joke. We are a dysfunctional board, and I refuse. I would love to talk right now, have the healthcare discussion right now. You fired the guy that wanted to audit all the healthcare stuff last week, who started to expose something very simple. Prove that you are allowed to be on our healthcare. Oh, is your kid 30 years old? We don't know. All we're asking is for a simple audit. That's all. That's all we're asking for. Well, we better fire them. We don't need to go into executive session for health care. We don't need to go into executive session for labor. And as far as I know, there is no personnel issue. There's no personnel issues. And the only other issue I can think of is could be a contract issue from last week. And I noticed that Petticourt did not say there was any litigation. So there is no reason to go into executive session.
With all due respect, Commissioner Moore, it was in your email. Madam Clerk,
Which
please
email
call.
was that?
It will,
I'll look at it right now, because
Okay.
Okay.
These issues are eligible for executive session, correct, Mr. Petticourt?
what issues?
It's my opinion, sorry, I'm going to try and talk a little bit clearer in the microphone because I'm getting complaints again. It's my opinion that the topic of potential changes to the employee benefit plan qualifies as personnel issues which are subject to being discussed in executive session. If they're not, and as I think we've discussed before in a different context, there's good law to the effect that meeting with counsel for purposes of obtaining legal advice is not technically a meeting. So I think that we're fine to discuss the healthcare plan proposed changes in executive session today.
Thank you.
So they're going to listen to you today, but they haven't listened to you for the last 5 weeks. Okay, just want to make sure that's publicly stated.
okay, thank you. Madam Clerk, please call the roll.
Commissioner Hung.
Yes.
Commissioner Lundy,
Aye.
Commissioner Moore.
No.